Hello, Moderna. I'm here with my teammates Marco and Steven, presenting our results on the transportation of COVID vaccine to members of the Moderna board, as well as members of the scientific community. In 2019, the world saw the emergence of COVID, or SARS-CoV-2, and with the worldwide death toll being close to 1.5 million, it becomes clear that a vaccine is necessary to develop and distribute across the globe. It was recently announced that Moderna has successfully conducted trials on COVID vaccine. Once the vaccine is authorized by the Food and Drug Administration, the greatest challenge will become distribution. The vaccine needs to be kept cold to maintain its efficiency, and thus Moderna has reached out to my colleagues and me, asking for our help on the matter with the creation of a temperature control to maintain their vials of vaccine within the temperature set point as they are being distributed. A little bit about the theory into our work. We learned from the Moderna engineers that the transport environment of the vaccine vials was a styrofoam box. They also informed us that there was a temperature sensor and an AC unit within the box. As COVID prevented us from physically being able to take data on their transport system, we began our dynamic model with a simulation to gather data for that environment. The energy balance that we conducted assumed that there were two types of radiative heat transfer, one from outside the box as well as one from the AC unit. There was also convection occurring inside the box, but due to the styrofoam nature of the box, we assumed that conduction was negligible.
So we wanted to model maintaining the temperature of the box for 30 days between 2 and 8 degrees Celsius. As was stated by Bryn, we used our energy balance to ensure that we would reach our set point of 5 degrees. Once we had this model going, we did an FOPDT to ensure that the linear fit was appropriate. We did that previous model without noise or disturbances. We then added in noise and disturbances, and we decided that every 4 hours, for 1 hour, the lid would be left open to move and check on vaccines. During this time, outside temperature would enter the box and, of course, raise the temperature. To account for noise, we added a random number to the ambient temperature of 25 degrees Celsius between negative and 10 degrees Celsius. Once we had that model, we decided to start our PID, and as can be seen from the graph, we reached our set point. However, as also noted, once the set point was reached near the end, the cooler intensity oscillation became great, and we wanted to minimize that.
After we have obtained a result for our PID controller, we decided to perform an stability analysis. That we did it is by minimizing or maximizing the value for our gain in our PID. We did this by modifying the values of our process gain and our time constant. When we maximize the value of Kc in the PID, we noticed that we had a lot more noise than in the regular PID, and the temperature was not able to reach the set point. On the other hand, when we decided to minimize the values for Kc, our system proved to be more efficient with a lot less noise. We were also able to reach the set point during the period of time that we decided to base our model. We then determined that it was a good call to ignore conductivity, but take into account the radiation transfer from the cooling unit and from the outside. It was also wise to determine different values for the disturbances using the random numbers. As for our FOPDT models, the linear model proved to be the right fit. So then we concluded that by minimizing the gain in the PID control, Moderna laboratories can use this PID to control the temperature in the coolers for their vaccines. For future recommendations, we would recommend Moderna to use hardware in the form of monitors and sensors that would detect the motion of people taking or moving COVID vaccines, so the actuator would act accordingly. We appreciate your time. Thank you.